The final step in inserting a new form into a web page is to make the form functional by inserting the code that connects that form to our list manager. In the case of this demonstration, I'm going to use our list manager, which is Aweber, and I'm going to go to Aweber, and I will already have set up our form, so I will have available to me some form code created by Aweber. All I need to do is copy that form code from the Aweber interface, switch back to my HTML editor, and locate the actual code that says form inside of the web page in the source view. I then need to select that code and simply do a paste from the edit menu, and that will overwrite the form code that's in the web page with my list manager code. Here we are inside of my list manager. For this example, I'm using Aweber. You may be using a different list manager, but the principles that I'm going to show you should be the same. I've already created a form within my list manager to collect data and add it to my list. The next step, once you've created the form, is to collect the HTML code that represents that form. We're then going to insert that code into our web page to make our graphical form active and allow it to update our list automatically. In Aweber, to get the HTML code for a form for a current list, you go to Web Forms, and then you select Get HTML for the form that you're interested in. This pops up a dialog box where we're given two options. The default is the JavaScript snippet, which is nice and easy and secure. The more complicated option is raw HTML, which is a lot more information and is only really an advanced option. We're going to use the quick and easy version, the JavaScript snippet. So in this box down here, if I select all of this information, that's what we're going to paste into our web page. With it selected, if I do edit, copy, I can then close these pages and go across to Composer. In Composer, what I need to do is identify the code that creates the current name and email boxes on the form that we've placed into our web page, and because that's what I'm going to replace. Now, if I highlight the name field by clicking on it, we can use these tags at the bottom of the screen again and identify what I'm looking for, which is the form marker, which is here. The form marker is what contains all of the fields and the submit button. By clicking on that marker, I've selected all that information, and we can move across to the source view just to be sure. And we can see there's the start form marker and the end form marker. So I've selected everything in the form. With that selected and my list manager code on the clipboard, I simply need to click edit, paste, and that code is replaced. Now, if we go to the normal view at this point, because I used the JavaScript option, I don't get to see the form correctly displayed in the editor. That's because the editor can't work out what that instruction actually meant. It's not designed for an editor, it's designed for a web browser to show. So what we need to do is save this file and preview the finished web page in a web browser. So File, Save, and my editor Composer gives me the option to go directly to a web browser by clicking this Browse button here. I get a double check dialog making sure that I want it to do what I've just asked it to do, and launch application. And here's the form opened within the web page template that we wanted. Here's the form that we chose, and here are the fields from our list manager form. So that's the job complete.